Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, guys, so we have a really special treat tonight. I know I changed around the schedule a little bit. We were supposed to have a virtual opportunity night that we were going to have that was scheduled for tonight, but we're actually bumping that now to Wednesday because I had shared, this is Ilene Meckley, a special friend of mine, but also my business coach, and she's been amazing. I call her part of my staff. Can I call you my staff,
Oh,
Ilene?
that sounds so good. Of course. I like being a coaching staff, yes.
Donna's going to be on the staff now too. But no, so Ilene and I worked together a lot. I know she's worked with quite a few of people in our team too. But Ilene, this is her specialty, I'm going to tell you, as we start talking about recruiting. And I told Ilene that what an exciting month we have with that $19.80 kit. And she said, oh my gosh, let me do this. Can I come on and do it? And I said, yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're about done hearing from me about recruiting, and they'd love to hear from somebody else. And Ilene always has some great words and things as well. So Ilene, go ahead, and then at the end, we're going to talk about some fun little challenges and stuff that I have for you guys at the end. So,
all right. Well, I'm going to take about 15 minutes here and just sort of rattle off, talk nonstop here. And she's right. This is my favorite topic. And I have to share with you, I, for 13 years, recruited 50 people personally every year for 13 years. So I never set out a goal to do that. It just would happen. I know that in my company, when they would say, oh, and here's the top recruiter again, they probably went, oh no, it's Ilene Meckley again. Because it was every year. And so people would always say to me, so like, how do you do this? And I would say, I made the decision in the beginning of my career that I was so blessed to have a business like this, that I would always pay that blessing forward by inviting everyone to register and become a consultant. And this will change your life, ladies and gentlemen, if you really say to yourself, I'm going to make the decision that it's only fair to invite every person. And you notice I'm saying inviting, not announcing, okay? Real important to invite. So, for example, I could have been going with my kids to our swim club, and my neighbor, you know, would go, oh, Ilene, how are you? And I'd go, oh, I'm great. Thanks for asking. You know, I have to tell you, I am continuing my mission of growing my business right alongside my family and other activities. I'm just curious, Anna, has anything changed where you might be interested in hearing now about how you could register? In fact, even if anything has not changed, I'd love to share with you that people can register now for $19.80, and you could make some extra income for summer vacations. Would you like to sit down and talk to me more about it? Would you like more information? So I would plant that seed, okay? And you will be amazed. You know, you too will recruit 5 people every month, and your teams will recruit 5 people month after month when you just decide it's part of your business manners. That's what I decided, that inviting people to register as a consultant was to me like a business manner of saying please and thank you. You know, if I'm tired, I always say please. If I'm not feeling good, you know, I still say thank you to Bob when I ask him to get me a cup of tea, you know, because that's just the way I am and how I've been taught. And so I guarantee each one of you, you could be wanting to be a director and you think, I don't have any consultants. You can have 5 consultants by the end of the month, as long as you decide to take that attitude that this is a blessing that I pay forward. So I automatically can ask everyone. Now, some people will say to me, well, you know, how do I know they want to do it? Or what they do is they make decisions for people. And one of the things I also decided is I never wanted to be a pushy person. So to me, being pushy is only selling to someone. That may sound a little rude to say if you're only selling, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Being kind and caring and saying, this is what's on my menu. What would you like to know more about? And so that can change right away. I mean, right now you all have this wonderful opportunity event coming up on Wednesday. And you could really get on the phone, text, whatever you choose to do. There's so many communications, email, you know, I'm not going to tell you which ones, but there's a lot of them. Okay, but you can communicate. How about we're going to use that word for this call? Okay, you can communicate with a lot of people. And you can say, you know, Martian, I'm, you know, messaging you today because we have something that has not happened. Has it ever happened, Anna, that it was 1980?
No, no.
Okay. Want to be sure I'm telling the truth here.
Yeah.
We have something that has never happened before in the history of Pampered Chef. We are on a mission to expand and reach more families than ever. Okay, that's a nice thing to say. We're on a mission and we really want to reach more families than ever and help people enjoy spending time in this kitchen, having more family time together, whatever your mission statement is. I know you all have one. And because of this mission and our focus to expand, I'd like to invite you to join us on Wednesday just to find out what it's all about. There's no obligation. It's going to be fun. You're going to hear what it's like to do it. And then after that, you can decide, should I invest $19.80 and do this alongside my family and other activities? And I think you may decide you will. But all I'm asking is if you would like to be a part of this call to hear about our expanding our mission to help more people. Okay, so far, how do you all feel about what I'm saying?
Right, I'm using it right now.
Good.
Go Heather.
Go, communicate, communicate. Okay, good. Okay, so that's one of the things I really want you to do. The other thing is, sometimes I don't even like thinking this because it sounds so cold about people. And they'll say, it's a numbers game. I don't ever use that word. I just don't like it's a numbers game. Because people are people and I don't want them to think of me to think of them as numbers. What I do think of recruiting is that it's a process. And it's a sorting process. And it's a hide and seek game. You all remember hide and go seek, right? And I think that's why I probably love this, you know, recruiting thing. Because I just knew people were all over the place and it was my job to find them, not convince them. And that's a big difference too, okay? It's not your job to, you know, convince them. It's your job to find them. So I also was really good at when my cousin might call me and, you know, Ann said to me, you know, hi, Ilene, how are you? And I would say, I'm great. You won't believe what Pampered Chef just did. They are on a mission to expand. And I know I've talked to you about it before and you haven't been interested. I am going to ask you if anything has changed, though, where you might be. No, nothing's changed. Well, how would you feel about sharing this information with others? Because it's for such a limited time, I could really use some help in getting this information out. Okay, how do you feel about asking people to do that? Good? Thank you, Tori. Okay, so now we can go to people directly. We can go to people who have told you, no, 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 no. You know, you feel they're not interested, but give them the option because it's never been 1980. Okay, and then of course ask them to help you get the information out because it's only for a limited time. Okay, now at your virtual shows, I really want you to spend more time talking about the opportunity than you have perhaps in the past. Now, why do I feel that way? Because so many people will say a lot of times, well, I don't have that extra money to do this, or it's not in the budget, okay? 1980 can be in everybody's budget. Anyone disagree? Okay, so again, it's your job to really say, you know, I have not ever been able to say this, ladies and gentlemen, virtual group, or if you're typing it or whatever, however you're doing it, again, we're communicating. I've never been able to say this, but anyone who has ever been curious about what it would be like to be a consultant in Pampered Chef, how would you feel if I told you you could test drive it for $19.80? Okay, another good question. How would you feel if I told you could test drive this for $19.80? Now, let's say they say, oh, you know, I'm really too busy. You know, I've got kids. I work a full-time job. I'm taking care of parents, whatever. Okay, this is where I want you to be sure we don't recruit kidnappers. We don't want to do things like that, really. Okay, we don't want to just get them to pay $19.80 to be on your team roster. It doesn't help anything. But you can say, I know that you're really busy, but I would love this opportunity with such a little investment to prove to you how being busy you can still earn extra income and add it to your family budget. How would you like to give me that opportunity to be able to prove to you that you could do it right alongside your family and other activities, knowing that it's only a $19.80 investment?
Mhm.
Okay? All right, I'm going to ask a couple questions. I told you I was going to talk fast, so I want to sort of catch up. Okay, Don, I'm going to call on you since you are our recruiter here that I heard about today. How are you feeling about what I'm saying?
I'm liking it.
Are we talking?
Oh, no. You know, I
Oh,
know
good.
you're a recruiter
Perfect.
too, Donna, but no, Big
Oh,
Don.
okay.
No, you, Don. No, you're right, Don. You. What did you think? Don
I liked
Rector.
it. I'm good. I liked it. It's
Okay.
easy, simple.
Okay, and I hope that you feel too, it's not pushy, because what pushy would be is not telling them and picking and choosing. If you pick and choose who you share it with, you're pretty much saying, okay, I'm going to ask Martian because I get a good feeling about Martian. I think he could be really successful. You know, I've seen how he's excited about the products, and so I'm going to ask Martian. But I don't know, you know, Ann up there in the corner, Ann Veerling, I don't know. She's got a couple kids, and I don't know. She goes off to Texas. Who knows what she's doing? She had a vacation, you know. I don't know if she works much, which of course we know she does. Okay. Well, I need to be careful because Anna does work hard. Okay, I said Anna does work hard. Martian does work hard, but maybe just because Martian was real talkative and excited that day doesn't mean he will. I don't know. Well, maybe he could become a director. Who knows? Well, we know he can. So we don't know anything about anyone. And I hate to say this because you'll think, oh gosh, she recruited all these people and it didn't take much effort. She's really letting in on her secrets now. It didn't. Because I just asked everyone. I just invited everyone. I didn't leave anyone out. I was very careful to be sure that I did the opposite. I would say, you know, something like, Lisa, I know that you probably saw that I asked Anna and Martian and Tori, Heather, you know, and the other Dawn, and, you know, Vivian and Lisa and Laura to do this. I would never want to leave you out either. How would you feel about registering and taking advantage of this $19.80 registration fee to get started and testing it out? So I think that's a nice way to say it, that I would never want to leave anyone out. Okay, now the other Dawn, tell me how you're feeling. I'm going to pick on a few people. How are you feeling?
Oh, that's Donna.
Donna, sorry, I'm getting
Donna.
everybody's name
That's
wrong.
you,
Donna.
Donna. That's all right. She's just yeah. She's muted. Oh, there she is.
I thought we were looking for someone with a different name. Good. So I recruited Liz, and she is already in her second virtual party, and then next week she's doing a dual. She's got a battle, and she also, you heard it here first, recruited her first person today.
Wow, congratulations.
So Liz is off to the races, and you know, it's just, and people that I'd reached out to before, I'm reaching back out to them again to say, hey, you know, it's only $19.80 right now. I know you have a lot of product, and Martian and I are fighting over one person that we know. She orders for me, but she does parties for him.
Oh, wow.
So, well, that's how he got me. So she's loyal to him for his parties, but she orders through me. So it's just, but she's got a lot on her plate, and she was like, thanks, but no, not yet. So.
Well, good. I'm glad you're sharing, both of you. So we'll have to see how this works out. You sort of want to be sure, though, that you don't put her in the middle. That's for sure. That's always what I used to say.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. It's all
Good.
all
Good. Okay, so let me ask you all a question. How many of you would like to achieve 5 new consultants by the end of the month? Can I see your hands? Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. This is appropriate since it is almost April 15th. If anyone was married to an accountant, the accountant would be saying right now to their family, this next few weeks is going to be a little tough. Right? Wouldn't you agree? If anyone's an accountant or married to an accountant, they would be telling them that. Doesn't mean they don't love their family, doesn't mean they're not putting their family first. It's just there's some times when there's a time limit and a time you have to do something and accomplish it. So one of the things I'm going to really ask you to do is to try and do as many communications, as we're calling it, as possible. Certainly take advantage of what Anna's got planned on all of you for Wednesday night. And I'm going to ask Anna to share something that she's come up with to encourage you to do that. And then I will talk a little bit more about recruiting. So Anna, go ahead.
Perfect. Well, I was thinking too, and Don, I was hoping you were going to say that because I know you have done a lot of reaching out. And one of the things you did say, Ilene, is this is a perfect time for us that some of us have been around for a while, have done asking before, to go back to those people with this has never been done before, and I need to make sure. I'm thinking of all my past hosts for the last, couple years that I do ask all the time, that they're the ones I'm going to go back and just send them each a message, making sure. So what I wanted to do, again, we have Wednesday night, we're going to be doing our virtual opportunity night. That event is going to be changed up a little bit too. I'm working with Ilene to really make that really specific, but it's going to be different. It's going to be fun, but we really want to we're in 2020, and I know that all of us have 2020 vision of what we want our businesses. We talked about goals. We talked about where we want to be, not as an organization only, but as you personally, where you want to be too. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a blitz. We're going to do a blitz tomorrow on inviting people to that virtual opportunity. So it's not even inviting them to recruit right now. I'm not even telling you go out and recruit all these people. Just invite them to show up to the event, to be your guest for that event. And so the goal, the challenge is going to be to invite 20 people by 8 p.m. tomorrow night. That's going to be the cutoff. So you're going to message or text 20 people. And again, this could be people that have said no to you. See somebody like Liz, that are brand new kind of thing. You don't even have to, you can just, you're still working on your first list. So that's fun. A lot of us are going back to people and doing that. But what I'll have you do is on the Veerling organization page, when you've written those 20 messages and invited 20 people, to take a picture of your list and post it on there, because we'll do I'll do a drawing for some happy mail on that.
Good.
Okay, so 20, that's going to do. We're going to do a blitz to invite so we can get as many people at that event Wednesday night, all online, so they can be there. It's at 8 p.m. from all over the country. You can have them there. So even Liz in Montana can be there. What is 8 p.m. in Montana?
And
6 o'clock. So yeah, so that's still doable. Yeah.
And Anna, I'm going to challenge them a little bit. I didn't tell you this.
Okay.
I want to challenge the 20 to be 40, because all you have to do is ask the 20 to have someone as their guest. Who do you know that you would like to invite as your guest to discover what's going on in Pampered Chef and how wonderful this can be, to test drive it? Wouldn't it be fun to have a friend or family member do this with you, find out about it and discover? Words like discover are good, to discover how you could do this alongside family and other activities, to discover the benefits of being a part of Pampered Chef. Okay, so once you get someone who says, yes, I'd like to be on this, call on Wednesday, or a Facebook event, then you want to say to them, oh, I'm so glad you're going to be my guest. Who would you like to have as a guest? Is that all right, Anna, if they change
I
the
love
20
it.
to 40? Okay.
Yes. So they're messaging 20 or they're messaging 40.
Well, message 20,
Yeah.
because if you get, then if you need to, you can message more. But I'm just saying, as long as you can get 20 people probably, 10, we hope we're going to say, oh, sounds interesting, and let's be honest, not everybody shows up, so don't be disappointed, right? But if more people show up when they know someone else is interested too, and will show up.
I love it.
All right, because if Martian's inviting Tori, and Martian feels, I don't know if I should go on. Oh, well, Tori's expecting me to be on there too. I should do it. Would you agree that happens? Okay, so,
Absolutely.
and you can have some fun too and say, I might say, so Tori, who would you like to have as your guest? It can be a local person, or you could invite a friend or a sister or cousin. Be fun, you'll be doing it together cross country. Okay, so we want to make it sound exciting. Anybody have any questions? Comments?
Would anybody like me to post on the page words to use to do the inviting? I know, Eileen, I did, okay, so I know, Eileen, you sort of gave words, so I'll just sort of take those and I will post those. Let me think, where's the best place for you guys to find them? If I post it if I post it in the comment thread where I posted this Zoom link, is that good? That's where you'll
page, right?
Yeah, on the Veerling organization page, the big organization page.
Building and selling superstars.
Yes, thank you, Martian. And then where I posted this last one, yeah, that's where I'll put it.
Good. Well, and the other thing too, I would really recommend is that those of you who have consultants who are not on this, it's so much fun to work with buddies and have fun, and little competitions are good. So don't hesitate to hang up, and I'm sure that Anne will give the recording somewhere. And you can say, be sure and watch the recording. I'd love for you to do this with me. So anybody who's listening and you got this is because someone really believes in you. I would love for you to grow and enjoy this excitement as well. So join in. All right, Anna, any questions?
Good. I don't. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, Jennifer Fournier, even with her migraine, she loves a competition.
Oh, wow.
I like that. Well, there's your first competition, is to take a picture of the 20 people you message. That's the big key. That's your first part of the competition.
Fun.
Okay. Any other questions or thoughts?
I'm just going to say one thing. So when I first onboarded Liz, I told Liz kind of what Eileen had said in a different call. You go to the doctor's office, you tell the first person, what's new in your life with your business. And then you go into the hygienist, you do the same thing, and then with the doctor. And I went through the whole thing with Liz. And Liz had an appointment recently and actually did this at her appointment.
Yay.
And got some interest from one of the people that was there. So
that's great.
It really does work. So Eileen knows what she's talking about.
I got my actual doctor. She was like, oh my gosh, you seriously, you sell Pamper Chef? I love Pamper Chef. There is stuff I must get.
That is so great, Liz. And I have to share something. I wasn't going to share this, but before we got on here, I was talking to my mom, and I said to her, oh, Mom, I got to get off. I'm about to do a Zoom call. And she says, tonight? It's so late for a coaching call, honey. I said, no, it's with a group from Pampered Chef. She says, oh, those are the people who sell cooking tools and all those things. She said, you know what? You should tell them with the coronavirus, people should stay home more and cook more.
Exactly.
She was like so serious. So from my mom, my message is to you, there's a reason why you need to be out there, because she believes it would be safer for people to stay home.
I literally told that to Liz yesterday when someone asked her about hosting a virtual party. And I said, you can avoid the coronavirus and you don't have to put a bra on. Sorry, guys.
That's so funny. That's funny. Well, I think too that, it's not funny in a way, but it is very true. So I think that sometimes too, that's part of the service. And I think that you could say to people, because not a lot of people know about how wonderful Pampered Chef is with the virtual parties, is you can say that one of the things that people may want to register right now is that there are people, I wouldn't say it like coronavirus like that and scare them off, but you might say there are some people who are hesitant to go out with what's going on in our country right now. And this could be something fun and enjoyable for them to do right in their home.
Mhm.
So this could be
Absolutely.
a good mission too. That's part of the mission. So, okay, so I gave my advice from Mom. And with that, we'll say goodnight. How's that?
I'm so excited. I know I gave you guys really big goals on our big team organization meeting at the beginning of the month. What was the number again? Do you remember what the number was and how many people we're going to welcome this month?
Wasn't it 50, I think you
It's
said?
50.
Yes, but you didn't change the cover.
Oh, it doesn't say 50?
No.
Oh my God. See, yeah,
Well,
it's like-
right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come on, that's really low.
well, it's going to be, I know what it's going to do is it's going to blow away any numbers that we've already had. So when we end up with 75,
That sounds good
rating
now.
that much more. So
Yes, and keep in mind, really, it is something that's amazing that for $19.80, people have an opportunity to test it out and discover what a business is like.
mm, it is. It's a great way. And again, we've had people that are doing that. But again, it's such a great time because you were talking about the taxes. I think people are just jumping in because it's that time of year and tax refunds are coming out, and it's just a good time because I've got people that are signing up and not buying the 1980 kit. They're buying bigger kits. It's just a good month.
Yeah.
But we've got this perfect lead in to get people excited and for us to go out and be offering too. So
Yeah, and I think that's what happens, Anna, with the 1980. It's a reason to talk to everyone, but some will choose the larger kids.
yeah.
All right.
Good. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ilene, for taking time.
You're
with us
welcome.
this
You're
evening.
welcome.
And thank you guys for being on here.
Again, to all of you who are out there sharing and promoting Martian and recruiting everybody who's having like a good month already, congratulations.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Ilene.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys, and I'll look for
Thank
your Blitz
you.
things. Take your Blitz
Thank you.
and put those on, and we'll get the competition going, Jennifer Fournier, okay?
Let me know how it goes, Anna.
I will. Good
All
night,
right.
guys.
Night, everybody.
Bye, Eileen.
Bye.
Night. Bye-bye.